day with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury,
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the focus is on Elijah Mitchell. He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the 49ers.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we got to put in Davis.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Kansas City offense, and in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Chiefs sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. Yeah, boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Quick, yellow, blue, check white.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, that gets into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
They need to block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Still 2nd down.
Yellow. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. For years, this matchup, the Chiefs and 49ers, would have been known as the Joe Montana game. And these being the two teams that Montana played for in his Hall of Fame career. But now, of course, it's a Super Bowl rematch. Super Bowl 54 in Miami. That game won by the Chiefs 31-20 with that furious fourth-quarter comeback to win their 2nd Lombardi trophy. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Steps away. Finds his man. It's Kelce on the crossing route here. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here we go.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And Lance going to throw. James has got it. Complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this complete to Mitchell. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hit and dropped behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Niners set to take over on offense. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down.
Ready, set.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Niners strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes now to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on second down. Lance. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Mahomes will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead. Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago. But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. A little juke. That good for 19 and a first down. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along. They'll run with Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready.
The Lance now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Mitchell. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. KC's offense ready to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City 1st.
Yellow.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They fake the give. Now Mahomes out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and pick.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Chris Jones is one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, and I think he's at his best when he plays defensive tackle. Consistently gets to the quarterback, 9 sacks in 2021.
Desperation time here. Lance. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance, the first, and now a fumble. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready, go!
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to hit the ball back again.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. The kick by Gould is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, able to avoid him. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is caught. He hits more. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the